Good afternoon, everyone. Please be seated. I'm Stephen Stohn, the Chancellor of Trent University and a proud graduate of this great institution. Over the past 7 years, I've given many addresses, and most have returned to 3 different themes. First, I have almost always spoken of Tom Simons, the president of the university when I was a student here in the mid-1960s, during Trent's founding years. His vision has endured quietly, persistently, and continues to shape Trent today. Second, I have often spoken about the major challenges facing us: climate change, the growing polarization of our societies, and technological change. In earlier years, I would include artificial intelligence as part of that third category. Today, I separate it out because it may well be the defining force of our time. At first glance, these themes, Tom Simons' vision and the rise of AI, may seem unrelated, but in fact, they are deeply connected. And they lead to a third theme: hope. In particular, the new hope embodied in you, our graduating students. Tom's vision for Trent was grounded in the values of a liberal arts education, not as an abstract idea, but as a practical necessity. An education that develops the capacity to think, to question, to connect ideas across disciplines, and to understand the human condition. That is why Trent emphasizes interdisciplinary learning, combined with a college system that fosters close interaction, dialogue, and community. It is not simply about what you learn, it is about how you learn and who you become in the process. There are those, particularly in the United States, but also here in Canada, who dismiss this approach. Their advice is simple: learn a skill, get a job, move on. But if that advice once had merit, it is far less convincing today, because we are entering a world in which we cannot predict what jobs will even exist in a few years' time. So the question becomes, what is the best preparation for a future we cannot clearly see? And the answer, I would suggest, is not a narrow skill. It is the ability to think, to adapt, to question assumptions, to understand other perspectives, to act with empathy and imagination. In other words, the very qualities a liberal arts education is designed to cultivate. And that is why Tom Simons' vision, conceived in a very different era, may be more relevant today than ever before. Because the world around us is not just changing, it is being redefined. As artificial intelligence evolves, moving from generative tools towards systems that can reason, learn, and innovate at extraordinary levels, we are likely to see not linear progress, but exponential change. There will be immense benefits. We may see breakthroughs in things like medicine, energy, and environmental sustainability, advances that could dramatically improve the human condition. But alongside those gains will come real disruption. Not hypothetical disruption, real disruption. Entire categories of work may disappear. I'm glad to say, probably not nursing. New forms of inequality may emerge. Misinformation may become more pervasive and more convincing than ever before. And the mental and emotional health of at least a generation will be challenged. Some of these forces will be beyond our control, but not all of them. We will still have choices about how we use these technologies, how we govern them, and how we respond to their consequences. As a society, we may need to rethink fundamental structures, how we distribute wealth, how we define contribution, how we ensure dignity and opportunity for all, and how we respond to the mental health crises that will arise. Ideas like a basic guaranteed income may move from theory to necessity. But beyond policy, there is something even more profound at stake. We will be forced to confront questions that are easy to avoid in more stable times. What does it mean to lead a good life? What gives our life purpose? What does it mean to contribute when traditional notions of work are transformed? Because if we are honest, much of how we currently define success, things like job title, income, status, may become less central, even obsolete. And that creates both risk and opportunity. The risk is that in the absence of familiar structures, people feel untethered, without direction or meaning, and with real consequences for their mental and emotional well-being. But the opportunity is that we can redefine success on deeper, more enduring terms: connection, contribution, curiosity, compassion. That we can build a society not just around productivity, but around purpose. Getting there will not be smooth. At times it will be uncomfortable. It will be disruptive. It will require us to rethink not only our institutions, but ourselves. And that is where this all comes full circle. Because the kind of thinking we will need, the ability to navigate ambiguity, to hold competing ideas, to remain open, to remain human, is precisely what a liberal arts education develops. Which means places like Trent are not just relevant, they are essential. Put another way, the world needs more Trent. And even more importantly, the world needs more you. You are our new hope. Many students will graduate this year in Canada and around the world, but you carry something distinctive. You have been shaped by this place, by its values, its curiosity, its sense of community, and that will stay with you. So when I say you are our new hope, I really mean it. Not just because of your skills, not just because of your accomplishments, but because of your judgment, your empathy, your willingness to think deeply and care deeply about the world you are about to shape. That is your responsibility. It is also your opportunity. My parting wish for you, may you use your opportunity well. Thank you.
Ani, bonjour, welcome, and bienvenue. My name is Dr. Mark Skinner, and I am the Provost and Vice President Academic here at Trent University. I've had the privilege of being a professor, a dean, and now provost at Trent for 20 years. And I must tell you that Convocation is always an absolute highlight of every year. It is treasured by myself, our faculty, and our staff. It is my honor and pleasure to welcome all of you to our beautiful campus on the treaty and traditional territory of the Mississauga Anishinaabe. To the First Peoples who have shared this land and their teachings with Trent since its inception 60 years ago, we are deeply grateful for this relationship. Chi-miigwech to members of Curve Lake First Nation, along with staff and faculty from Trent's First Peoples House of Learning and Chani-Wenjack School for Indigenous Studies, for leading the procession with the Eagle Staff's water, eagle feather, and condolence cane as a sign of honor and respect for our graduates. I'm especially pleased to recognize all of our graduating students today who are from the Trent Fleming School of Nursing. This ceremony represents the culmination of years of your hard work, so let's give them a big round of applause. Trent is truly an exceptional university with an outstanding reputation for academic excellence, our uniquely interactive learning environments, and an emphasis on preparing students for meaningful and impactful careers. And today, I hope you can feel the overwhelming pride we take in our students and our deep commitment to their success. But I know we are not the only ones who are proud of our students today. To all the families and friends who are here with us, including those watching on live stream elsewhere in Canada and around the world, we acknowledge your support, and I can only imagine the relief you feel that your loved one will no longer require so many e-transfers. As you've probably noticed, Convocation is, in one way, a centuries-old academic ceremony with traditional elements like the procession that started the event, fancy gowns and hats, formal language, and other pomp and circumstance. At the same time, Convocation is a celebration. It's a really good party. Nothing demonstrates this more than our special Trent regalia, so perhaps I can ask our Chancellor and our Registrar to help me demonstrate. As you can see, it's business on top and party on the bottom. These are our special Trent sneakers, and I'm obligated to tell you they are available for purchase at the atrium in front of the Athletic Center. We are thrilled to honor and celebrate you today in true Trent style. For those in the audience, we want you to feel free to recognize your graduate however you wish. Applause, cheering, shouts of joy are strongly, I repeat, strongly encouraged. Family, partners, friends, children, this is your opportunity to celebrate your loved one. Before we get to that, let me take a moment to offer some thoughts for our graduates. We live in rapidly evolving times, but we know Trent grads like you will make a difference as compassionate, creative, and critical thinkers who will build a vibrant future. We are so proud of you as you embark on careers that will contribute to the health and well-being of our communities. The Dean of Nursing asked me to remind you of something really important. Always bring a red pen to work, just in case you need to draw blood. I'm here all week. But more seriously, today celebrates not only what you've accomplished, but also the challenges you've overcome to get here. During your time as students at Trent, you've developed knowledge and expertise in your profession, but you've also become part of a community that values humility, curiosity, and courage to create positive change. You have learned that the most important questions of our time do not fit neatly into one discipline or one profession, and that meaningful solutions often emerge through collaboration, dialogue, and openness to different perspectives. My own advice to you is that whatever endeavors you undertake, remember to keep working hard and always be nice to people. And you are in good company. As an alum, you will join the ranks of a global network of distinguished Trent graduates, award-winning authors, advocates, Nobel laureates, people who contribute in outstanding ways through their careers and in their communities. Before you head off into your bright future, take some time to savor this moment. Today will pass very quickly. And imagine where your life will take you and to define a purpose that is uniquely your own. My sincere congratulations on your accomplishment today. So now it's time for our graduates to cross the stage and officially become alumni of Trent. Graduates, here's how it will work. Dr. Hugo Lehman, Dean of the Trent Fleming School of Nursing, and Kevin Griffin, Dean for the School of Health and Community Services at Fleming College, will read your name. This is your moment in the spotlight. When you hear your name, take a deep breath, hold your head high, and move purposely to Chancellor Stohn. Smile and pose for a photo. Then come to me and pose for a second photo. And finally, you'll complete your moment of fame by meeting proud Trent alumni Chloe Devlin, who will warmly welcome you into the Trent University alumni family. So graduates, are you ready? Yeah? Nursing? Mr. Chancellor, Dr. Hugo Lehman, Dean of the Trent Fleming School of Nursing, and Kevin Griffin, Dean for the School of Health and Community Service at Fleming College, will now present candidates for Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present for the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Bachelor of Science in Nursing? The candidates whose names will be read, whom the Senate has duly declared worthy of the honor, that they may receive the degree at your hands. Marin Armelini. Amrita Sajib. Haley Ann Mueller. Julia Tai Ten Kui. Rebecca Kate Romaine. Hannah Jeanette Burkus. Alexandria Caleri. Chloe Snyder. Natalia Loffer. Arlene Nowakowski. Faith Decron. Hannah Elizabeth Griffin. Mila Elise Taylor. Alexandra Capuano. Katie Leslie Barber. Jordan Whalen. Hillary Nicole Griffith. Riley Grace McTaggart. Nicole Margetti. Riley Daniels Goff. Madalena Gulios. Abby Diane McNeil. Claire Kinsella. Laura Perrin. Lucy Robert. Sarah Reese Luffman. Jocelyn Grace Posthumus. Eukarya Anwin Nadan Tembek. Sylvester Eke Tembek. Caitlin Abigail Hunter. Christina Wiener. Maya Janetti. Ariana Van Kempen. Jas Kirit Kelsey. Alexis Watt. Holly Simon. Faith McCartney. Michelle. Sophia Isabel Christmas. Faith Shelby Armstrong. Anahita Karami. Cheryl John. Emmanuel Akinrinade. Sarah Harges. Sherwin Joshua Madi Prakash. Punso Namjiao. Tenzin Buti. Sonam Paldam. Sharmila Ravindran. Brianna Donahoe. Mahitabel Arthur. Jennifer Ashley Seguin. Lauren Abigail Stratford. Cadence Sammy. Huda Shakib. Olivia Grace Fulton. Kayla Kunanen. Karine Salatori. Karine Salatori. Anisha Illik. Trina Dietz. Javin Tadea. Rianne O'Neill. Jaden Ogzalu Simons. Cameron Allen Jones. Melissa Van Winkle. Kaylee Kay. Kelli McLegon. Lanisha Sams Newby. Rachel Semenuk. Hill Smith. Heather Snow. Brianna Francis. Shelby Rona Brown. Charlotte Denome. Ashley Hussein. Eve Faith Grandhook. Jessica Pathy. Kayla Blaze Doris. Tisha Weber. Kieran Jarrow. Stephanie Rayo. Mackenzie Montroy. Abigail Pennell. Marissa Bradley. Cecilia Kathleen Keepers. Jennifer Worsley Giroux. Jehan Soni. Abu Squire. Kaylee Shawnup. Sophie McHewitt. Bailey Elizabeth Wilson. Joanna Wong. Ania Kozrani. Tidra John. Sadie Sinclair. Nikita Henry. Rhonda Lynn Connor. Carolyn Pilardi Loeb. Rebecca Grace Nervali. Krista Jones. Amber Caitlin Little. Sherry Lynn Caster. Regan June Del Mastro. Abigail Elizabeth Junkin. Kate Kunix. Chloe Strong. Shivanji Jinesh Kumar Patel. Jian Erica Lei Tan. Grace Elizabeth Wheeler. Sarah Rose Heffernan. Sarah Murphy Reeser. Phoenix DeLuca. Faith Jolene Stewart. Peyton Alexandra Schultz. Caitlin Riley Alicia Kennedy. Tommy Chow. Amanda DeBacco. Eric Fortin. Chase Chandran. Mr. Chancellor, Kevin Griffin, Dean of the School of Health and Community Services at Fleming College, will now continue reading the names.
Michaela Reese Pagliaro. Hannah Moore. Emma Law. Marissa Jean Skanes. Alicia Pilgrim. Jane Morton. Tori Miller. Katie and Scott. Annie Yang. Ruth O'Holby. Serena Kaylin Borden. Natasha Hope Bradonovich. Ashley Brittany Braybrook. Madison Lorenz. Gracie Ha. Shelby McCleary. Sasha Smith. Kamalpreet Kaur. Julia Boudreau. Lindsay Osborne. Bui E. Nyi Nguyen. Carlene Manganahas. Ashley McIntyre. Eva Baudouin. Carmela Giorgio Carmelo. Jamima Robin. Angela Akimbola. Prince Opara. Alvin Chima. Ulakimi Ajayi. Tuminilu Kamor Larfe. Lois Awua. Titilope Akakunli. Olawatabi Akinwa Komi. Okadima Ukokochuchu. Michelle Olabasi Olawaju. Josephine Adututu. James Schurman. Ian McDermott. Jillian Grace Berry. Heather Malcolm. Katie Brown. Brianna War. Kathleen Elizabeth Walker. Jordana Mangel. Hadgu Dabasi Tewadamed. Tenzin Rinsen. Pasang Choni. Heather Ajay. Layla Gallo. Taylor Dagan. Bartholomew Chung. Gi Chen Lee. Oluwatosin Adebayo Adarabichi. Amna Mazar. Isaac Horbolik. Sephora Joseph. Sierra Morelli. Indra Tara Lynn Wood. Deborah Oluwadamilola Adabar. Ellie Abru. Lindsay Braun. Nicole Dongas. Kiana Maria Bonilla Norina. Melissa Renee Berzazi. Jessica Komu Jaku. Deidreana Marie Erica Chippy. Vashvi Shah. Alexander James Bloom. Zachary Ryan Jakowski. Benjamin Dundas. Mason Johns Dixon. Alexi Catherine Johnson. Lorenzo Miguel Pudadera. Phuong Tao Nguyen Dung. Roldan Paul Esteban. Cheryl Pamitin. Alicia Faith Bagno. Nguyen T. Mai Tuet. May Christine Gamaya. Mary Omatseye. Irene Ohanzi. Lydia Osei Boadi. Amir Mohammed. Edna Opaku Dapa. Jessie Marie Batugas. Jody Ruddick. Suzanne Abu Jazar. Helen Sahale Jabreas. Stephanie Chikeka. Noella Beza. Queen Akira. Emma LaRuez. Sherry Farley. Stephanie Lee Bauskill. Bailey Fuchs. Olivia Grace Finley. Allison Diane Ulo. Amber Lynn Turner. Janelle Levy. Farah Katharina Bogosian. Juliana Marie Orozco. Jamok Rahim. Tamika Jones. Sehej Dillon. Please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Well done. Mr. Chancellor, I ask you to confer degrees in absentia on candidates whose names are before you and who are unable to be with us today. Mr. Chancellor, Kelli Marshall will now introduce the honor song.
Bonjour, good afternoon, everyone. Before we come to the end of this ceremony, we must first say Chi Miigwech, a big thank you to Neshomas Tibet-Gizis, grandfather's son, for the warmth and light that he provides. We say Chi Miigwech to Nokomis Tibet-Gizis for her love and care of the water. We say Chi Miigwech, and we give gratitude to Gitji Manitou for all of creation. For this, we say thank you for another day of Mino de Boswin, the good life. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. Provost, honored guests, in the tradition of the first people of this land, we offer the sound of the drum, the heartbeat of Mother Earth, our connection to all creation. Our mother's heartbeat was the first sound that we heard. It's what connected us to our Creator, and that sound reverberates in the universe today and infuses our beings with life. The drum was birthed much like we are. It has a spirit, it carries teachings, knowledge, and healing. The drum is how we connect to each other, to our communities, and to our ancestors. We sing honor songs to express gratitude and reverence. We sing them to celebrate and acknowledge the work, sacrifices, and accomplishments and character of others. And today we offer the honor song to celebrate all those graduating. A wise person once told me that you have to find a place to put your love. And as I look at this huge group of new graduates, I know that there's going to be so much love in places that we need it the most. So may that love never waver, and may the Creator give you strength on the days that you need it the most, because you are taking care of the heartbeat of others. So Chi Miigwech for the work that you're going to do, and the love of the career that you are pursuing. We lift you up as you finish your time here and begin your journey to the next phase of your life. We offer this honor song to call on your ancestors so they may walk beside you with pride and know that you are achieving their wildest dreams. We offer this honor song to lift up all of those who helped you along your way. We offer this song to remind you of the 7 grandfather teachings, to live with humility, bravery, honesty, wisdom, truth, respect, especially love. We offer this song to accompany you on your travels. May you travel well and reach your next destination safely, but know that Trent will always be your home. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. Provost, honored guests, graduates, I have the pleasure of presenting Janet McHugh and the honor song. May you please stand if you're able.
Please be seated. Chimigwech, Janet McHugh. As we come to the conclusion of our ceremony, I want to thank you all for being here today. Graduates, no matter where you go next, know that you have a network of support as a member of the Trent alumni family, over 70,000 members strong. We hope you'll stay in touch, come back to participate in special events, and continue to build your Trent relationship. I'd like to ask the graduates to stand if you're able for a moment and help me with something. There's been a lot of well-deserved celebration of you today, a wonderful standing ovation, and I think there's many people in the audience or on live stream who've helped you along your journey through the good and the bad, emotionally, financially, hopefully with food. So I'd like to give you an opportunity to please give all of your supporters a big round of applause. Thank you, graduates. Please be seated. Parents and supporters, following the ceremony, feel free to take photos with your graduate on this beautiful campus, especially along the river walkway up to Battle Library and in the Student Center where we have some lovely Trent backdrops. We will end by singing O Canada, and I'll then ask that you remain standing if you're able until the procession has left the stage. Mr. Chancellor, I call upon you to dismiss Convocation.
Thank you, Mr. Provost. What a wonderful day this has been. You mentioned in your earlier remarks that these ceremonies are a mixture of the formal and the informal. Well, we are reaching the purely informal part. By the power vested in me by the Senate of Trent University, I now declare it's time to celebrate, it's time to party, Convocation is dismissed.